Just hearing this news turns me into an 8-year-old boy all over again. What's up, everybody? So, I came across this very interesting article on the Hollywood Reporter talking about how the creators of Cobra Kai, these gentlemen up here, that's John Hurwitz, Hayden Schlossberg, and Josh Held, they are in serious talks at Universal Studios to make a Knight Rider movie. I absolutely love this idea. I love Knight Rider. It's a guilty pleasure of mine. I will still watch episodes every now and again and just kind of enjoy, pretending like I'm a young kid again, staying home sick and being able to watch this. I remember when I was a kid, that was the best part to me of being sick at home is that at 9 a.m., Knight Rider would come on. So I'd have a chance to watch it. And so, these guys, when I saw season 1 of Cobra Kai, which was on YouTube, by the way, YouTube was trying to branch out into Netflix, Disney Plus streamer territory. Eventually, they did sell the rights to it to Netflix, and it just kind of blew up even more. But that first season of Cobra Kai is just magic to me. It's so much more than just nostalgia bait because they do have some of that, but I think what differentiates this from the typical remake of all of these movies and reboots of these TV shows that you're seeing these days is that they had a newness to them. They had new characters with their own hero's journey arc, with their own obstacles to overcome that was still relevant to the audience, to a new audience. The old heads like me was loving seeing Johnny Lawrence and Daniel LaRusso go at it as old men and with, Johnny Lawrence holding on for dear life to the glory days of the 80s, including the music and the fashion, and Daniel trying not necessarily to live those glory days because he's done so much with his life since then. So he's just kind of living in the now with his businesses, with his family. And so to see them butt heads, it was just really, really poignant. It was really cleverly done. The Easter eggs and callbacks to the different moments of really all of the movies was really, really something, especially for somebody like me who just loved all of them. Not so much the fourth one. Now, to see them hopefully have that same kind of approach to Knight Rider where you will have aspects of the old show, but also having this modern aspect to it that will bring in new audiences that might even go back and see some of the episodes of the original show and appreciate it for what it was. For those of you watching who have no idea what I'm talking about, let me back it up a little bit. Knight Rider was an 80s show. I think it only lasted for about 4 seasons, about Michael Knight, who was a private investigator who things happened to him, and then he later on became a secret agent for a agency called FLAG, Foundation for Law and Government. And he is driving this artificial intelligence, this car that has artificial intelligence in it, and they almost have like a best friend, almost like a buddy cop type of dynamic, except, the car, Kit, is, has its own thoughts and ideas and voice. And they had great banter between the two, and it was a typical procedural. Every episode, there's a problem, there's something for him to investigate, and then it all gets resolved at the end. But you always watched it because you loved the back and forth between Michael Knight and Kit. You loved how cool the car was. You loved how, as the seasons progressed, more and more gadgets and features were added to the car, which made the sequences just, so invigorating and adrenalized. And, I'm getting giddy just thinking about those moments. So to have these guys hopefully do what they did to the Karate Kid franchise, do that with the Knight Rider franchise, I'm all for it. Anyways, what about you guys? Let me know what you think in the comments below. Smash that like button, give me a follow, and I'll see you guys next time.